Okay, hello guys, Steve here again. So today I just want to continue with this introductions and vocabulary. Intro vocabulary. So these lessons are so only on our website, AthleteEnglishClub.com. If you bought these lessons somewhere else, you have an illegal copy. Please notify us, and we will take immediate legal action against the seller. Thank you. Hello, welcome to the vocabulary for the introduction to power lessons. Let's start. Okay, let's talk about our first word is linguistic. Linguistics means related to language or about language. This is an adjective. So linguistic factors. I mentioned linguistic factors. A factor is an element. For example, is it a piece of something? So linguistic factors means elements about language, elements related to language, or even more simply, things related to language. And then in this talk about non-linguistic factors. Of course, non means not. It is negative. So non-linguistic factors means things not about language, things not related to the language. So in the talk, I'm talking about, for example, two different things. One are emotion factors, emotion elements, emotional things, and then the other is linguistic factors. So for example, study methods. That is linguistic factor. It is connected to language learning very directly. It is the language factor. It is the language related things. On the other hand, emotion is not directly related, is not directly connected to language learning. At least my people don't think so. So it's not linguistic factor. Alright, great. So that is linguistic factor. Let's talk about next subconscious. I mentioned the word subconscious. Sometimes you hear the word unconscious is another synonym for that, but subconscious means something that is under your normal thinking. So for example, if you are quite hungry, suddenly you find that you are hungry but you are busy. You are thinking about something else. You are reading a book. You kind of under your thinking. You have this idea, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. It's not conscious thought. It's not a strong direct thought. This is not the top of your brain. Sub means under or below. Is kind of the bottom, the back of your brain. This sort of requires small voice or this requires small thought. So that is subconscious. So I mentioned that you want to engage your subconscious. Engage means to use. To use or to is like turn on. So to turn on your subconscious, to use your subconscious, to engage your subconscious, it means you want to use those emotions that are in the back of your brain or the bottom of your brain. You want to use that quiet voice. You want to use those strong emotions that are kind of in the back because they're very powerful. So engage your subconscious means use those. It means chose to use them in a powerful way. I also talk about engaging your physiology. Physiology means related to the body. It's just related to the word physical, alright? Physical means body, something that is connected to your body. And in your body is not your brain, not your mind, it's your body. And physiology again is a similar idea. Physiology means what is happening in your body. Is the systems in your body, and is the parts of your body. So again, engage your physiology means your body's right. Engage is turn on or use physiology body. So engage your physiologies, engage your body, use the parts of your body, use the systems in your body, and that is what that means. Alright, great. Next, let's talk about the word peak. So peak, I mentioned in the main story. Peak means top. Now, often we use this to describe, for example, a mountain, the very top of the mountain, or we say it is the peak, the mountain peak, the peak or the mountain, the peak of the mountain, the very top part. We also use it in the phrase peak performance. Of course, performance means performance or doing something. Peak means top, so it means doing something in the top way, in the very best way. Sometimes we use this with sports and say he is the peak performing athlete. He is the top performing athlete. He's the very best performing athlete. So again, that's a peak meaning top, very top on some things. Meaning best. Okay, so peak means top emotional state. I talk about peak emotional state. So top or best, peak emotional, of course, feelings and state. State means kind of just situation or experience. So an emotional state means it is the general emotional feeling you have right now. So I might say I'm in an angry emotional state. That means it's this kind of long-term idea. It means generally for some time I feel angry. Now this is very formal, kind of academic or intellectual way to say I'm angry. Okay, so this is a little bit more formal, kind of English. But again, an emotional state is a general emotional feeling, or it's had a little bit of idea of a long time. So peak emotional state, a top or best emotional state, it means feeling very good for a while, right? Say I'm peak emotional state. I'm feeling very good for some time. Okay, now that is the vocabulary lesson for the introduction to power. Of course, if there are other words you did not understand, you can use the text, use the transcript, or and the dictionary. Just find the words in your dictionary and write on the text, and you can learn more vocabulary that way. It's very difficult for me to guess exactly which words you know and which words you don't know, because every student is just different. So I will cover some of the main words, the words I think are quite important. But if there are other words that you don't know, just use the text in dictionary and write the meaning on the text. That's fine. Okay, I will see you next for the mini story. Thanks.